Hi, everyone. Hello. Hi. Good to see y'all. Getting some big idle game vibes from this. I know. Can't believe I missed yesterday's. I'm so sorry, dude. I'm so sorry. Hope you enjoyed the VOD. Glad you're here today. Thank you, Arrow, for the slop redeem. Hello, everyone. Hi, Brooch. Hi, Meeple. Hey, I'm on. The VOD is a banger. I had a really fun time yesterday. It was very, very, very good. Are you going to play the DLC? I don't think anyone has redeemed the DLC as a stream game. But I would be more than happy to revisit it in the future. I'm having a fantastic time with this. Getting some big idle game vibes from this one, just a little bit. I mean, the idle is relatively small, all things considered, but it's there. It's definitely present. It's definitely, dare I say, prevalent within the narrative. Hope everyone's doing well. I am kind of not. I'm sure you're aware in some capacity, but there were some wildfires in Canada very recently, and the winds have done a real good job of bringing that down to America so we can enjoy that fresh Canadian air as well. So the air quality right now is hazardous. So I can't go outside, and every time I have to let Ruby out, I have to watch her like a hawk and then bring her right back in, which she's not very happy about. Thank you, Islavani and Brooch, for 2 more additional stream slop redeems. I didn't know you were in Canada. That sucks, dude. I'm not in Canada. That's the worst part. I'm in Pittsburgh. The smoke from the wildfires has just moved its way on down here. And the best part about it, I am so fucking busy at work for the next 2 weeks. I've got like fucking they got me scheduled for like 8 days in the next 2 weeks, which for part-time is the most I have ever been scheduled ever. It's crazy. So everyone just say a silent prayer, burn some incense for me. I want you to just whatever you do, please pray for me and hope that no one shows up and I get to go home early because the air quality is so bad that no one wants to go outside. Please, just let there be good in the world and let me reap some benefit from these hazardous conditions. Thank you. I'll burn some incest for you and you just get to chill. The casino would have good air though, right? Oh, Boulder. Boulder. Buddy, they're allowed to smoke indoors there. No. No, the air quality would be quite bad. Arguably worse. Yeah. Yeah, it's quite bad. So, here's hoping. Here's hoping. Although knowing what I do know, people are going to be there anyway. It won't change a thing. But a man can dream, can he? Anyway, time for more Golden Idol. Hello. Hi. Back to it. Lisa smokers experience the bad air quality through a filter? In a sense, yes. All right. So this is increase matter life, I think, or time possibly. My guess is life though. Gonna be just one guy, but he'll be spending big and just inhaling whole cigars at once. He'll just be eating them, just taking a bite out of them wholesale. Oh, thank you very much, Doot, for the 1 stream game redeem. The DLC for Golden Idol, the Spider of Lanka, and the Lemurian Vampire. Those probably will fit in 1 stream now that I'm thinking about it. I might have to go a little long just to make sure that it could, but given the pace that we've been going through this game and the pace that cases tend to run, that's probably a tight 1 streamer. Yeah, I can get with that. I can get down with that. Absolutely. Good stuff. Thank you, dude. We'll have to do that. Well, hell, I guess that's what we'll do next week. I don't think I'm gonna have, because I'm scheduled so much, like any time to stream in like the next 2 weeks. That I might be like, I might get like 1 stream in there next week, and then we have to wait until the one after. So if I only have the 1 stream next week, then I'll probably just do the Golden Idol DLC. That seems like a tidy little thing there. That should work. Thank you, dude. But before we get to Golden Idol, of course, let me turn the lights on so I can read. We have to read some McGarvey. So, everyone grab your books, which I learned yesterday are the 27th book in the McGarvey series, the first released posthumously after David Hagberg's death in 2019. I assume he died from old age. He was like 79 when he died. It's not like he got in a car accident or something. I don't know why I felt the need to clarify. Anyway, more McGarvey time. What page are we on? We are on page 89. We're on page 89, and currently we have 3 Slopperdeans, courtesy of Arolfos, Aslavany, and Bruch. So again, top of page 89 of McGarvey, the 27th book in the McGarvey series. His gait? He didn't limp, and if I had to take a wag, I'd say military or ex-military, Pete said. Wag, wild-ass guess, was a term CIA field officers and analysts used. But my apartment has been tossed. Could have been a pick mark on my door lock, and the coffee table in my living room was moved. Anything else out of place? My pistol, along with a couple of spare mags, plus a silencer in its case in the closet shelf, hadn't been moved or tampered with, so far as I could tell. Did you and Lou try to follow him? Yes, but he disappeared. It was the guy you saw on the street who tossed your apartment. He was a pro, Otto said. The coffee table had been moved, Pete said. It was sloppy. Nothing else is out of place? No. You've been sent a message. We're interested in you, so we left a calling card. Dumb, Pete said. Besides calling me, what are your instincts telling you to do next? Call Mac, of course, Pete said. Then she saw it. Someone wants Mac to come back here, but it means they know that he and I didn't travel together. They knew I was here, and it's possible they know Mac is in Kansas. The Russians, he said. That's right, Otto said. They somehow they know that we're looking for. Something from the DOE's records at the time of John and Lily's murders. Something from Garden City and then from the LANL. I don't know what they want. I don't understand what they want, Louis said. They want to herd me and Mac, plus you and Otto, into one place, Pete said. And kill us all, Otto finished. Sorry, hold on. Wild-ass guess is this special operator slang. Fuck off, dude. Wag was absolutely a scramble to mask furry dialogue. Wag, a thing you do with your tail, was something puppy girls on Blue Sky would say. Yeah, dude, you just gotta hand in your wag form and then the CIA just gives you the estrogen. They're chill with transitions on the job. People are fucking on it. Oh my god. 2 pages remain. McGarvey checked into the Best Western Plus, Garden City's best hotel, a little after 3 local. He had just brought a single bag up to his 3rd floor room when his cell phone rang. It was Otto. Looks like we have trouble coming our way. McGarvey's gut tightened when Otto said something like that. It had been too many times over the past dozen or so years. Is Pete with you? She and Lou are on their way to our place, and I've sent forensics crews to you and your Pete's apartments. Looks like hers was tossed, most likely by a pro. I'll know for sure once our people have taken a look. Start at the beginning. Lou met Pete at Duels and they had some lunch on the way here. Girl talk, Lou said. Anyway, when they finally showed up, I told them that I'd cut what I'd come up with, including Bob Pittman's name and address. Before he was retired, he was the DOE's Assistant Secretary for International Affairs. His number 2 was William Cooper, the guy we think set up a meeting in Garden City with your parents the night of the car crash. The police records say that they were on their way back to the ranch from a restaurant called the El Conquistador. I know most of that, McGarvey said. He didn't like the off-note in Otto's voice, but his old friend had never been good at hiding his emotions, especially when it came to bad news. Anyway, we know that they made a breakthrough at the lab, and we think that the Russians knew about it. Okay. The problem is that the lab and your parents were making it very... 1 page remains. Bro, you had a box saying free pickaxes during the gold rush. How could we not? Clear that any breakthroughs were months in the future. They were looking for a Russian spy or spies that they were sure had penetrated their security, on the chance that Moscow had gotten word that your parents were close but not done with their research. McGarvey understood the implications at once. My mother and father were murdered so they would not complete the project. Is that what you're saying? Yes, but there's more. You're goddamn right there is. The Russians were just as good as us, maybe even a little better, at disinformation campaigns. If there was a spy in the lab, they might have been at the right place at the right time to realize what the breakthrough meant. So my parents would have been killed to make us think that they were being eliminated before they were done. That's what I think, Otto said, his tone of voice even heavier now. Can't think of any other reason. We thought all along that our nuclear defense system was a secret from the Russians and therefore bulletproof. But it wasn't. Looks that way. I think that Bob Ware could have been one of those spies, and that he was sent to Sarasota to keep an eye on you. He started poking around the death of your parents, he made his report to Moscow, and they just might have sent someone to take you down before you found out the truth. Me and Pete, McGarvey said. And you and Luis. It's the reason they tossed Pete's apartment and made it look obvious, so that I would come running back to Washington. Take care of all four of us in one tidy package. Yeah. And if they find out you're in Garden City poking around, they'll come after you there. Not if, but when, Max said. And I hope it happens. Watch yourself. Take care of the girls. Will do, Otto said. McGarvey drove over to Garden City Telegram newspaper, which was housed in a low building with windows in front. The young woman, one page remaining now that Meeple redeemed another, behind the desk just inside the front door, looked up and smiled. Good afternoon, sir, she said. May I help you? My name's Kirk McGarvey. I used to live here with my parents on their ranch. Behind her, a half-dozen desks with computer monitors occupied the newsroom. Two men and one older woman at work stopped what they were doing and looked up. The girl nodded. Yes, sir. Someone asked about you this morning. Said you might be showing up. Are they here in town? No, sir, the receptionist said. But they left a number. She got a sticky note from its pad and handed it across. I think that's a Washington area code. The number was 202. Did they leave a name? I forgot his first name is Kirk. That's so funny. No. No, I can't laugh. Not yet. Thanks, but I'm here because I want to take a look at your back files. Yes, sir. Mr. Evans figured that you might show up. Figured that if you showed up, it would be about the accident. He said that we were to give you anything that you needed. She smiled shyly. You're something of a local hero, Mr. McGarvey. One of the reporters got up and came to the desk. He was a stocky man in his late 30s, with a 5 o'clock shadow and a pleasant smile. Brian Watson, he said, sticking out his hand. Welcome home, sir. McGarvey shook his hand. I'd like to use one of your computers to take a look at what you guys had about the accident. That's back 20 plus years, still on microfiche, but I've already pulled up the dates. Front page on the first day, but inside on the second and third days, mostly backgrounders on your folks. Then, 10 days later, we ran the official police report, plus a piece on Bob Ware. He was the ranch manager and a close friend of your parents. Watson led him around the counter to the back corner of the newsroom, where a microfiche reader... Microfiche? M-I-C-R-O-F-I-C-H-E. I'm pronouncing that microfiche, but it might be a fiche. I forgot they had fish so small they were microfiche. These days there's only normal fish. Yeah, they're able to encode data on them so efficiently. Would you believe me if I said that wasn't intentional? Sorry, I'm gonna pitch that one to Merrick for the Sill comics. Microfiche. Microfiche instead of microchips. I called my embassy. You can no longer enter my country. Fish. Bob Evans, our managing editor, is out, but he asked that we give you whatever help we could, and that's all she wrote. Well, that's all he wrote, for today at least. Unless I missed a slopper dude. No, that's all. Still slaps a man with a microfiche. Feels like you were saying, thank you. I was expecting it. I knew it was going to be C8 too. I knew you were holding out. I saw you send a message and I was like, C8's here, but he hasn't redeemed his slop yet. He's waiting for me to put the book down. I still have it in my hand. Didn't even close the thing. You're not going to get me that easy. You're going to have to try harder than that. McGarvey sat down at the reader, switched it on, and pulled up the first file, which was an image of the newspaper's front page the day of the accident. Under the banner headline, Tragic Accident Kills Local Ranchers, was a photograph of the mangled MG lying in a ditch, upside down. McGarvey had seen the photograph before, along with others so graphic that they could not be printed in a newspaper. Looking at this one again caused his heart nearly to break. At the same moment, his anger spiked so sharply that it nearly took his breath away. But it didn't fully do either of those things, because he's strong and he's masculine and he can hold it together. "I'll just leave you then," Watson said softly, and he left. For a long time, Matt could not take his eyes off the photograph, let alone read the story that accompanied it under Bob Evans' byline. When he could focus again, he did read the story, which told him nothing he didn't already know. He started flipping through the rest of the newspaper, looking for stories not related to the accident, but maybe important. He had no idea what he was looking for, but he suspected he would know it when he saw it. 2 days later, his name and his sister's appeared under "survived by" in the obituaries of John and Linda McGarvey. He has a sister, but no mention made anywhere about his parents' jobs at LANL. They were prominent ranchers, nothing else. One short piece on the 8th day after the accident was about Mary Nordstrom, a waitress at El Conquistador. She said that the McGarveys had been expecting a guest to show up. He called to say that he was running late, but after a couple hours, John and Lily got tired of waiting and drove away. After going back 2 weeks in the files, McGarvey phoned Otto. It was well after 6:30 in Washington, and Otto answered on the first ring at home. "We're buttoned up here. How about you?" "I'm just finishing up the newspaper." "Anything new?" "No, but the opposition, if it's who I think it is, knows I'm here." And that's all we have for today. All right. Let's get to solving some cases. We solved this one. So we got 5 left apparently. Let's do this. The interrupted weekend at the doctor's salon. Okay, a lot of these people look... Well, you... Oh, you're the Brotherhood of Masks. Okay. Wow, there's a lot of new people here. Interesting. Okay, so one interior and one big exterior. Since we're talking fish right now, do you prefer Sachem bombaspis or Anomalocaris? I'm more of a coelacanth man myself, personally. Always did love them. Sachem bombaspis is the GOAT. Pretty good. I thought you liked the Knicks. Nah, I don't really go for baseball. 2 cups of spicy smelling tea. One almost empty, the other untouched. Yes. The one-armed archer's gambit. Of course. New Order Party. Who will be the new Prime Minister? Is that fucking Lazarus? I think that's Lazarus. Oh my goodness, Applejack, look, it's an Anomalocaris, one of the most recognizable creatures of the Cambrian explosion. I fucking knew I recognized that from somewhere. So it looks like the New Order Party, probably led by Lazarus, is taking it. Let's see. Loyalist leader Blanchard or moderate leader Valentine? New Order Party have most MPs. Okay. Interesting. I do like the dolphin fountain. Rose bushes. Rosebud. Chrysanthemum bushes. That's a fun word. Chrysanthemum. An unfinished croquet match on the field grass. Let's see what we're working with here. Oh boy. Psychoactive plants. Spotty onion. An illusion of unity with the universe. Increased appetite. Hiccups. Black poppy. Sleepiness. Whites of eyes get a pink tint. Lemurian lichen. Hyper concentration on one thing. Loss of perception of time. Rapid blinking. Red berry. Surge of energy. Vocalization of all your thoughts. Twitching. Aggression. Who the fuck is this guy? Okay. Look at the corpse first. Button. Hi, Errol. Who's been added to the thinking panel? Man is not breathing and has a large vertical wound on his forehead. A clean small sword. Okay, so it's clean. Listen, apologies for the shouting match yesterday. Let's continue our discussion at noon. Leo. I'm so used to playing Tekken that I almost pronounced that Leo. Lemurian Lycian is just sounds like me off my Vivance, perhaps? Dear friend, the elections are over, so let's uphold tradition and have a leisurely weekend at my place with you and Leopold to discuss the Prime Minister situation. Please join us on May 12th. Kindly confirm your presence, Dr. James Turner, not... Can't add those to the file. Oh, drugged. Okay. I'm gonna put you somewhere there. I'm gonna put you somewhere there. Because we're gonna get a lot on this one. What is this? Oh, Christ. The seals of the 12 Lemurian clans. Is that a boomerang? Well, you've got one there. Clean Lemurian War Club. I hope this host did not notice me when I was leaning over the sleeping eye patch gentleman. A brown stone slate steel. Oh god. Oh god. Spicy smelling ornamental box. Dear Prince, I heard that you got invited to the party by the director of Seven Seas Company himself. I know you hate associating with these invaders and thieves, but this might be just the opportunity that we seek to reclaim our honor. And dear Prince, who, as you know, I'm a great aficionado of Lemurian culture. It'd be my pleasure to invite a member of the Two Clan to spend a leisurely weekend at my estate with some of our own political dignitaries. Kindly confirm your presence, Dr. James Turner. So James Turner is the one who's inviting everyone here. Constable number 1, Arthur Faulkner. There's going to be a lot of names here. I'm going to move stuff over. I just know we're getting a lot of fucking proper nouns that are going to get all jumbled. Arthur Faulkner. Personally, I think this is the hardest case. Interesting. Leopold. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Christ. Oh no. Mr. Spade. Jesus Christ, look at all these names. Planted. Okay, let's... These are gonna go over here. These are gonna go over here. And I'm gonna have to find some way to fucking organize all this nonsense. Lord Augustus, why are there more names? Jesus Christ. Okay. That's a full name. We know that one. Oh my god. Okay. Fucking... We have Leopold. Gideon. We have Ergen. We have James. We have... Scooch over, scooch over, scooch over, scooch over, scooch over, scooch over! We have Alistair. We have Podrick. And we have Billiam. Okay. Just noticed Jelly's idol sprite. Hell yes. Thank you. It was made by Little Cactus. Alistair goes so hard. We gotta bring that name back. It is a pretty good name. Okay, Jesus Christ. Alright, alright. He stole his life just like that. The doctor is a smart man since he saw through his lies. Clean small sword. Dear friend, one of the balls, you said that you would love to meet someone actually interesting. I'm having a weekend of drinks at my manor, and a prince from the 11th clan of Lemuria will be joining us. Please do us the honor of your company, too. This is one of the Brotherhood of the Mask guys. This is outrageous. I thought you were an honorable man, Leopold, not some, Aquitanian agent trying to sabotage our friendly relations with Lemuria and provoke a conflict. Oh, Christ. Ruby ring, that's what we know as part of the Brotherhood of Masks. James, this is preposterous. You know damn well that he was killed by that Lemurian savage. Clean small sword. Dear friend, now that the elections are over, please join me for my leisurely weekend at my manor with good old Augustus and some other fine fellows. We'll have some drinks and discuss what to do about that prime minister position. Kindly confirm your present, James Turner. Missing a button, redness of the eyes. Black poppy. Okay. Rapid blinking. Surge of energy, vocalization of all thoughts. Okay. Leopold, your plan to frame 2 is sublime, but your missing button is more than enough proof that you did it. Constable, please escort this man out. God. There's so much going on here. Clean doctor's scalpel. Clean small sword. Let's see. Fallen bottle of sherry. Full glass of sherry. An almost empty glass of sherry. Did I miss something on you? Oh, button. Flower beds. Fountain. Chess house. Oh god, this one's gonna take forever, man. Oh, this is gonna take forever. I'm gonna put Arthur Faulkner there, just to free up another row. Okay. Library and salon. Is that everything there? Yep. There's the redness of the eyes. Such a mess. However, we will clean the blood out of the rug. Oh, didn't notice the boomerang. Okay, boomerang. Glaciers. Oh lord, I did not expect something like this in our household. Okay, Jesus Christ. Well, the boomerang is the murder weapon. I think. We know that guy's Arthur Turner. At the very least, or Arthur Faulkner. We know that much. I can say that much for sure, at least. Oh my god. Who's the victim? So this is he's the moderate candidate. Why is that not just, like, see it immediately go in? Okay. Leopold, Gideon, Ergen, James, Alistair, Podrick, Billiam. So he's none of those. Moderate leader, Valentine.
Valentine. Had a glass of sherry with James in the library and became drowsy. As he was falling asleep, saw the Lemurian observing him through the glass door, woke up, found the butler on the floor asleep, woke up the butler, entered the salon and found the body. Upon suspecting the weapon deduced that the Lemurian was the murderer, instructed the butler to raise the alarm. So that is probably you. Then. You're Leopold. Yeah, and he's calling him Leopold. So then you're James. Because you're the two that are arguing. You're gonna be who? Lord Alistair Cock, lecture the butler. Okay. Ergen. Slightly difficult to understand what he says, potentially because he has challenges with our language. Claims that everything Master Bell says is absolutely correct. So that means that Ergen 2. James. Had a glass of sour sherry with Blanchard. So Leopold Blanchard. I think. Yes, Leopold Blanchard. Alright. One of the houses, we found Lord Alistair and the butler. Ordered the butler to clean up the library and get rid of the bad sherry. Spent the rest of the time playing chess with Alistair until the alarm was raised. NB, as the master of the house, has led the interrogation of the suspect. NB. NB? N? We don't have a single name that starts with N. NB is old-timey speak for PSA. It's not the initials for it. Okay, gotcha. That's what I was thinking. In the morning, he practiced chess at the chess house and educated the butler on his lack of military training. Sometime in the afternoon, Dr. Turner arrived and sent the butler away. So you are James Turner. Because you have the scalpel. As everyone knows, doctors carry scalpels with them at all times. And so the butler away, they played together, and he was very close to winning when the alarm was raised. Podrick served Lord Alistair in the chess house in the morning. Okay, so Podrick is the butler. Podrick is the butler, who's zoinked out of his fucking mind right now. His master arrived and instructed him to dispose of the spoilt sherry that he and Lord Leopold had drunk, and went to assist Mr. Spade in the garden. So Spade is this guy's last name. I think he's a Gideon Spade. That sounds like a good name. When entering the library to take away the glasses, found Lord Leopold asleep. Suddenly was overcome by dizziness and fainted due to his weak heart. Was woken by Lord Leopold and instructed to raise the alarm. Then he saw the deceased lying in the salon, Billiam. Okay, so his name is Billiam Spade. Alright. Continued his work on the roses until the alarm was raised by Mr. Hill, so that is Podrick Hill. Okay. So we have Alistair and Gideon are the names that we have not assigned yet. Gideon. Lord Alistair Cock. So these go together. Saw Lord Alistair Cock lecture the butler. Wait. Hold on. Master Bell. I guess it would be Gideon Bell. Alistair, Buck, Gideon Bell. And then are you Augustus Valentine?
Yes! Oh, wow. Oh, that's such a weight off my shoulders. Jesus Christ. Oh. Jesus, man. Body was found by Leopold Blanchard. What is this? Salon is where he was murdered, presumably. Okay. Alright. Alright. So... Location of the suspect when the body was found. So the butler was in the salon. The loyalist was in the salon. Because he woke him up. The general? Is that you? No, you're the young man. You're the general, right? Interesting. One almost empty, the other untouched. Spicy smelling tea. Hold on. All seals of the Lemurian clans. So is that just to identify him as a Lemurian? Oh no, he has one of the seals. Okay. Hope the host did not notice me when he was leaning over the sleeping eye-patched gentleman. Vocalization of all thoughts, twitching aggression. They both have red eyes. I'm thinking loss of perception of time. No, it's sleepiness. Yeah, they both have red eyes and they got sleepy. So they both had the tea with poppy in it. Is that correct? Need to look at Leopold's. Other Lemurian observing him through the glass door. Woke up, found the butler on the floor asleep, had a glass of sherry with James in the library, and became drowsy. And James didn't drink any. So he drugged him. Okay, hold on. I'm thinking... Early in the morning, James Turner drugged Leopold Blanchard in the library and stole a button. Okay. Lemurian seal. Or no, boomerang as well. Well, Lemurian seal from the library. I feel like we need to figure this out first. Where was the gardener? Where does he claim to be?
Later through all morning by the chrysanthemum bush, saw the young gentleman and the foreigner leave the croquette and go behind the manor. In the afternoon, moved to the rose bush. From there, saw Lord Augustus leave the fountain at around noon. Continued his work in the roses until the alarm was raised by Mr. Hill, and the roses are by the flower beds. So he was at the flower beds. The doctor, that is one James Turner, whose testimony is likely false, on account of him drugging Leopold. Let's see where he claims to be. Spent the rest of the time playing chess with Alistair. In the morning, he practiced chess at the chess house. Sometime in the afternoon, Dr. Turner arrived and sent the butler away. They played together, and he was close to winning when the alarm was raised. So they were... Alistair is in the chess house then. Alistair is the general. So chess house. James gave himself an alibi. Ordered the butler to clean up the library and get rid of the bad cherry. They're trying to cover up for it. Slightly difficult to understand. Says claims that everything young Master Bell says is absolutely correct. So James, was it James? No, Gideon Bell. Gideon. They croquette with Ergen in the morning. Then they got bored and went to drink tea in the tea house. Ergen drew his attention to the interesting design of the chess house. Saw Lord Alistair Cock lecture the butler. Okay, saw Master Turner come to the chess house and send the butler away, just as Ergen was remarking on the beauty of the chess house. Saw Lord Alistair leave the chess house and return shortly after. How does Little Pip factor into all this? I don't know. One of these people could be Little Pip, for all we know. So James was at the chess house as well, because he was with him. Where were the young man and the prince? I think the young man and the prince were at the tea house then. 2 or fewer slots are incorrect. Okay, so either someone is lying or I've gotten something wrong. Leopold entered the salon. Okay, well... then would he be in the library? No, I don't think so. You would be in the library. There we go. Yes, because you were sleeping in the library. He went to come wake you up. Okay. All right, so now we just need to understand exactly what happened. And the big part we already got, which is that James Turner drugged Leopold in the library and stole a button so that he could frame him later. Let's see. And planted the button on him to frame Leopold. Let's see. Killed Augustus Valentine in the salon around noon. Okay, now we have to think about what's going on exactly. There must be someone actually interesting. We can... James Turner. Weird that we couldn't grab his name from this. So he invited everyone here. It would be a pleasure to invite a guest of the Two Clan to spend a leisurely... So you can kindly confirm your presence. Let's see. Now the elections are over. Please join me. Okay. Rapid blinking. He's not blinking rapidly, though. 2 cups of... one almost empty, the other untouched. Okay, so the tea was spiked with Lemurian Lichen. Hyper-concentration on one thing, which was the chess house. Meanwhile, in the, I think, tea house, where is it? In the tea house, I think Ergen 2 drugged Gideon Bell and stole a Lemurian seal from the library. Hold on. See what's going on here. the rest of the time playing chess with Alistair until the alarm was raised. They played together in took away the glasses, found Lord Leopold asleep. Suddenly was overcome by drowsiness. Let's see. The master arrived and instructed him to dispose of the spoiled chair that he and Leopold had drunk, and then go assist Mr. Spade in the garden. On entering the library to take away the glasses, found Lord Leopold asleep. Suddenly was overcome by dizziness and fainted due to his weak heart. That's not true. Woken by Lord Leopold and instructed to raise an alarm, then saw the deceased laying in the salon. So possibly complicit, maybe. Oh. Dispose of the spoilt sherry. Maybe he was telling him to drink the rest of it? For an alibi? Lord Alistair Cock, so... Gideon Bell. Now, Master Turner, come to the chess house and send the butler away, just as Ergen was remarking on the beauty of the chess house. Saw Lord Alistair leave the chess house and return shortly afterward. Yes, so then it would be... Hold on. Saw Lord Alistair leave the chess house. Oh, you're in on it. That's why your alibis corroborate one another. Okay, they played together and he was close to winning when the alarm was raised. I don't know enough about chess to be sure, but I think that's bullshit. 2 or fewer slots are incorrect. Okay. Let's try this. No. Okay. So that was correct. One of these is wrong. Hold on. Meanwhile, in the tea house, Ergen II drugged Gideon Bell and stole a Lemurian seal from the library. Why is that relevant? What seal did he steal? One from the bottom. 2 hands and an axe. 1 axe. Five. I think he stole 8. I don't know how that's relevant. So. James Turner drugged Leopold Blanchard from the library and stole a button. That's correct. Red eyes from Poppy, red eyes from Poppy. Hyper concentration on one thing, loss of perception of time. Rapid blinking. I think you have a really minor answer in the or really minor error in the answer. James Turner drugged Leopold Blanchard in the library and stole a button. That's correct. Meanwhile, in the tea house... Hold on, wait. No, that is the library. That's correct. Meanwhile, in the tea house... Ergen II drugged Gideon Bell and stole a Lemurian seal from the library. In the salon... Wait... Aggression. In the salon, Alistair Cock killed Augustus Valentine and planted the button on him. Frame Leopold Blanchard. Oh, wait. Hmm? Present. Is operating as a huge vertical wound on his forehead. Has the button. Missing a button. Two or fewer slots are incorrect. Okay, let's see. Is it a name? That's correct. I know that's correct. Let's change this around. Okay. So it's probably one of these. In the salon at around noon. Wait. Stole a Lemurian seal from the library. Wait a second. But this is... The Lemurian seal is in... This is the salon. That's what I got wrong. Okay. Okay. There we go. Whew. Alright, nice. Alright, scroll's been filled, no hints accessed. Damn, Jelly, you're good at this? Thank you! I felt like I got that one. That was very scary, but I felt like I got that one locked down really well. You want us to figure this out way faster than most people, especially the rapid blinking. That is usually the last thing people figure out, if they figure it out at all. I was looking, as soon as I saw those, I was like, okay, the twitching one is probably going to be a little hard for them to portray. What are the ones that they can portray relatively easily? Red eyes, I noticed without looking for it, and so I was like, okay, probably the eyes then blinking, because they want you to be looking for the eyes as like a common denominator, so that you're not like sort of lost on where to look. So let's see, scroll's been fulfilled. I should have known they were in cahoots from the beginning, since they're both in the Brotherhood. Brotherhood members Alistair and James plotted to turn the ruling and moderate loyalist parties against one another because they have Griffin, the Griffin Reborn Lazarus, running as the new party. And loyalist parties against each other. Over the course of the weekend at James's manor, Alistair murdered the moderate leader, and James framed the loyalist leader. Oh! The idol itself showing up. You've proven that I can trust you. Here is the Brotherhood's artifact that I removed from the traitor Keen. Let me educate you how it works. I set it to take heat from this cup of water. Then I changed the symbol and used the idol to give that heat to something else. There is much more that the idol can do. So that's why you can't just combust someone. You need to take the heat from something else, and then put it into a person. Interesting. Very cool. Oh! Oh! Oh, I thought that it would be 1, 2, 3, and then the last case. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, this is going to be a big one. Wow. Interesting. Okay. Alright. Lock in. Last two, then. I knew it was going to be a short stream. I didn't know it was going to be this short if I'm really on my shit. Let's see. The Triumph of Order. Okay, how many rooms are we dealing with? 2 of them. No foreshadowing. So it looks like the Brotherhood now controls the government.
Any plan to do the DLC cases? Yes, someone redeemed them just today. Although we're not going to be doing them today. I don't have them purchased. And I also need it to be a shorter stream today, so we'll be doing them sometime next week. Oh, hold on, wait. An additional room. Oh, wow. Oh, my. Interesting. Wow. Okay, this seems like its own little thing. We can work with this. Silence. You'll perform your function as much as is required. It is paramount to ensure order in our new society. Increase life. Okay, so you have to get the life from someone else. You can't just increase your own life. So you need to. That means that you need to decrease someone's life. Interesting. Brandy, opium. Is that Little Pip? That's not Little Pip. Let's see. Invoice February 15, 1979. Okay, so it's been 8 to 10 years. Blackbrook Farm, 3 pounds of butter, 25 pence. Delivery, 6 pence. Total cost, 29 pence. What happened to Peter in all this? Where's Peter? What happened to Peter? Remember the second virtue. Store confiscated objects and evidence according to the virtue breached. Okay. He got sent off to the colonies, I think. Oh, right! Yeah! Yeah, they were going to convince him to go to the colonies. There's Gideon. Portrait of Gideon Bell, painted by Yasmin Nightwings in 1794. I see. A violin. So those are violating a specific virtue, probably to do with art. A book titled Stories, a book titled Autumn Tales. So literature, art, commerce, and assumedly vice. Alcohol and drugs. Observe the 4 virtues. So, art. We'll figure that out. We'll figure that out. In all truth, Lord High Arbiter, I would prefer storing no more than this. March 13, 1795, London Gazetter. Since year 1972, when it gained a majority in Parliament and liberated our government from multi-party chaos, the Order Party has worked to improve society. Despite the vast popular support for the party, His Majesty refuses to acknowledge the authority of the party's tribunal. High Arbiter Lazarus Hearst has announced that in 2 months, the party and its supporters will participate in a peaceful march to the king's current residence to demonstrate their virtue of moderation. So this is the virtue of moderation. I am honored to help the party upkeep the 4 virtues. I only hope sitting here all day does not count as sloth. I want to say truth. Sloth, maybe? Oh, indulgence. Interesting. There are worse jobs to do than this one. Thank God that tobacco is not considered an indulgence. A bit boring, though. Too bad literature is forbidden. Okay, so the first virtue is excessive indulgence. Moderation, excessive indulgence. All literature. Indulgence, sloth.
the second virtue. Store confiscated objects. The second virtue is maybe order? Oh, yeah, because the math is wrong. I don't think that's Little Pip. Little Pip was remarkably more hideous. Okay. Oh. Fanger Quinn. Culprit Mr. Fanger Quinn. Birth year 1760. Charges. Claimed he had no wife. Has a painting depicting a naked person in the house. Broke his wife's favorite teapot in anger. Was observed spending a night with neighbor's wife. Walter Keene. Mr. Walter Keene. Birth year 1758. Flirted 3 times different married women during the party convention. Wore ridiculous headgear at 5 public events. Claimed he had not betrayed High Arbiter Lazarus during his ritual of ascendance. Expelled from the Party of Order. Lothar Richards. Why does it make me think of Warcraft? Octar Logar, whatever the fuck. I can't remember what his name says. Charges. Held a dinner party a few years ago where he offered large amounts of wine to his guests. So that's indulgence, or moderation. Got angry during the questioning and shouted at the High Arbiter. And then revealed the whereabouts of his hiding fugitive dissident daughter Mary and her husband Peter, evaluated as plus 15 merit. Oh god. Then this is probably truth. Then, so can only be one number. Okay, gotcha. Josh Bailey. Oh boy. Well, okay. Again, it's gonna seem like a lot. Left his work at Tannery early. Drank excessive amounts of gin at the Scrawny Cat. Drank excessive amounts of rum at the Old Oak. Approached a married woman with an indecent offer. Denied 4 times during questioning that he had done these acts. Horace Webb. Did it say this was added? Okay, yeah. Right. Has not done a job since the new regime evaluated at 60 instances of non-work. Claims he works in his castle helping his servants clean it. Possesses 15 books kept in his private library. So literature as a whole has been banned. Expresses willingness to donate his castle to the party, evaluated at plus 200 merit. Okay. Duke Gideon Bell. He's gone from a prince to a duke. Wears an outrageous hairstyle. Broke down in tears 10 times during the questioning. Refused to start working. Evaluated at 5 instances of job skipping. Rejected the High Arbiter's request that he share information of a secret entrance to the castle of his cousin, the Sovereign. Can I get 200 merit? Can I have your house? I don't think there's anything left in this place. It is music to my ears, Alistair, but do control your emotions. We as arbiters of order must never violate the first virtue. No. Emotions, so excessive indulgence, sloth, and emotion. It's moderation. Then we have truth. We don't know what this one is, but assumedly literature and music would be in the same category there. Okay. Let's see. Dr. James Turner, 1747. Is he looking younger than before? He is looking younger than before, yes. Arbiter of the Order Party. History of infraction and obedience. Drank a full bottle of brandy at a picnic. Kept the book Legacy of the Rose Dynasty in his study. Loyal service to the Order Party in high-ranking position, plus 20 merit. So he has 20. and then subtract 8 from that. I'm gonna guess maybe 2 and 6. That'll be subject to change. Dear Dr. Turner, I must regretfully inform you that during your absence from party business, your senior assistant, Daniel, has demonstrated extreme untidiness, and thus breached one of our virtues. Untidiness. That seems like moderation, perhaps. Huh. Bunch of Albion Frank notes. Okay. Sloth and untidiness seem... Do control your emotions. So emotions are the first virtue, for sure. We know that's there. What are you insinuating, James? I would never breach the fourth virtue. You know damn well I kept no secrets. Literature, music, and secrets. Albion Frank notes, Dear Arbiter Cock, I am writing to inform you that our regiment's colonel was seen with another officer's wife in a potentially intimate situation. We implore you to send your agents to investigate this potential flouting of the first virtue. He's at 11. Slapped a sergeant in anger. Listened to marching music in his manner. Loyal service, so plus 20, so he's lost 9. Interesting. Remember the second virtue. The second virtue. Okay. At work, sloth, untidiness. I don't think this is truth, then. Sloth, untidiness. So I think we have that one nailed down. Sloth, untidiness. Indulgence in emotions. Remember the third virtue. Modesty, perhaps? Such a relief that they decided not to push any fashion charges. I hope the process is not painful. Vulgar fashion. The math is the part that I'm going to hate the most here. Tribunal is a farce. They spread lies that my pure love is merely lust. What do they even know about true art? All lies? Music and literature. I don't know. Lies feels like it goes with that. Lust. Art also feels like it goes with that. Vulgar fashion, art. I don't think lust is one of them. Fashion, art, and music? Maybe lust goes here? This is a tough one. Felt it in my bones that I should have drunk less. Now we poor souls experience God's wrath. So it seems like he has a merit system, and the idea is that if you go under a merit, he saps your life with a golden idol, and it's treated as divine retribution, and then they are able to take that life and extend their own. There's a thing of beauty that we must see order prevail. If we are not if we were not against the first virtue, if it were not against the first virtue, I would feel happy. Okay. Third virtue is beauty. Vulgar art, fashion, and music. Music doesn't seem like it fits with that, but we'll put it there for now. Maybe lies, literature, and secrets. Lies and secrets seem to be similar in nature. Okay. Diligence is for sure the second virtue. I'll wager you feel the new regime rewards your diligence now. So tell me why I saw you spend more than 3 shillings on new clothes after I asked you to lend me money, and you said that you had none to spare. I suggest you lend me some now, unless you want me to write up an official report about the 4th virtue breach. Yeah, because that's lies. Okay. Labeled a protocol as being on Thursday, even though it was Wednesday. Took a double-length lunch break at the office. Loyal service in low-ranking position in the order party. Plus 10 merit. Total merit plus 4. Me when I tell a really good joke? Merit, 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 merit. Yeah, third culprit's merit extraction starts. Yes. 6 culprits are brought to the tribunal. Tribunal open. Each culprit charges are evaluated and merit changes are calculated. Merit extraction, merit extraction, merit extraction. Yep. They take some of their life force away from him. He's old and withered. They took his life away from him using the idol. Prince of Dusk. Like night, I am dark and full of terror. I do not fear love. No, do not make that error. When you know my face, or when you know my name, just look for my face. Okay, so that is the 4th virtue of truth, perhaps? Merit Bentusi, plus 2 on that one, Dolmek. Mistakes, okay. Let's see. Poor bugger, I've never seen so much merit removed in the tribunal. Some mistakes are very costly. Holy shit! You're still here! Albion Franken banknote. Fucking David Gorin, still around, huh? History of infraction and obedience. Had a secret compartment in his office locker. Denied the existence of the secret compartment. Loyal service, so plus 10. That only lost him 2. So then this is only... The 4th virtue of truth is only worth 1? Or how much merit do you start at? Neutral? What the hell? Okay, so let's fill in what we do know. That's just minus. That's just minus. That's probably plus. Minus for sure. Uh, 100% plus. That's plus 200. And just minus. Okay. So, third culprit's merit extraction killed him. So we need to find out who this was. Is that Gideon? No. Hold on. I gotta... Okay. Whew, that feels good to fill in. Nice. Okay. Very, very nice. We got that down. Good. Good, good, good. We can work with that. That gives us a lot to work with. I don't know how I'm meant to figure out the math on this one, though. That's going to be really, really interesting. I think the way that we're gonna have to do it is assume we start at 0 merit and work our way from there. So if that is the case, then that means that truth is only worth 1, because this is 2 infractions of truth. Good job, Jelly, getting through the last case in an hour. It's a tough one. Thank you. I felt very smart doing that one. Let's see. I have to assume that that is only a 1, even though it seems like this would be one of the largest sins that you could commit. Beauty, art, fashion, music. Who is this? We've definitely been given a clue because he has literature on him. My guess is that it might be Gideon. So then, if you're at 20, and we're only subtracting 1 from this, that means that moderation is worth 7? And you're at 20. Minus 7 for emotion. So then this would have to be worth 2. And then we can just... Am I good or what? Huh? Am I good or what? It's just that easy, folks. Just fucking first try. I was like, all right, well, time to just start, you know, putting random numbers in. First one, got it. All right, we can work with this. Oh, no, sorry. I thought that said everything was filled in correctly. Or filled it. Yeah, let's do this. My bad. Let's see. There we go. All right. Everything's filled in correctly. So 7, 3, 2, 1. It's just that easy. It's just that easy. All right. So let's see what we're working with. So you are at... Claimed he had no wife. That is a lie. So -1. So we got 1. Add a painting depicting... That is 3. 10. That is 10. That is -17. For you. Flirted 3 times with different women. That is going to be 7. Were ridiculous headgear at public events. That is 9. Claimed you not betrayed. That is 10. -10. 2 or fewer slots. So my math is wrong here then. Flirted 3 times. So is that 3 different counts? That's 5 different counts. Okay. Gotcha. So then that is 21, 31, 32. Okay. damn. Walter Keane might be the guy who just fucking died. Oh my god. Expelled from the part. Oh yeah, I think Walter Keane is the one who just died there. That's gonna be their language. Execute his punishment. Idol was used on him? Largest merit deduction. His punishment. Idol was used on him. During a tribunal, Walter Keane was judged to have the largest merit deduction in all tribunal history. He held a dinner party a few years ago where he offered large amounts of wines. That's moderation. So 7. Sorry, we have 15. So 15 minus 7 is going to be 8. And then motion, so that's 1. Star Richards plus 1 year, 1 merit. Josh Bailey. So 3, 10, 17, 17, 21, no, 24, 24, 28. Okay. Webb has not held down a job since the new regime. Oh, well, okay, the only reason this guy's still alive is because of the plus 200. Okay, Jesus Christ. Has not held down a job since the new regime. Evaluated 60 instances of non-work. So that is 180. So 180. $180. $183. $183. $183. Sorry, 183 plus 15. 183 plus 15. 183 plus 15. It's gonna be 23, 198. So that is plus 2 years. Two. Oh no, it's you. Holy shit. Holy shit. You're dead as fuck. Oh my god. Well, where's an outrageous hairstyle? So that's 2. Broke down in tears 10 times during the questioning. That's 70. So 72. Used to start working. So 72 plus 15, that's 87. $88. No? Okay, well, this is the hard one, though. Let's see. 2. Punished for crying 10 times. That's 70. 5 instances of job skipping. 70 plus 15. 3 times 5. This is rejected the high order's request to share his secret entrance. That's minus 1. That's going to be 70, 85, 89. 70, 15, 85, 86, plus 2. No, that would be 88. So then I got the first one wrong. So 60 instances of non-work. We'll factor that out. Possesses 15 books kept in his private library. Oh, is that one more because the library itself is a secret? No? -2? No? Oh, you're gonna make me do fucking math. Oh, at least I'm getting paid for it, technically. Since the new regime evaluated at 60 instances of non-work. So it's been 60 years then? No. 60 instances of non-work. Maybe per month then? 12 months. So it's been 5 years. Gideon Bell. He lost 88 years and died. Okay. Okay. 88 souls? No. 88 bones. He lost 88 bones. Okay. Let's think this over. So that's 15. 16. 16 plus 180. 16 plus 180. Plus 16 plus 180. 176. No, 196. Would be 4. No? Six times 3 is 18. That's 180. $180. That's correct. Claims he works in his castle helping his servants clean it. That's a lie. That's -1. That's 181. Possesses 15 books kept in his private library. That's 15 instances of literature. 181 plus 15 is 196. Oh my god, it's because I have a fucking minus there. Jesus Christ. Come on! Alright. So then I just need to figure out what the right combination of whatever's going on here. 5 years have passed since the Order Party seized power. During a tribunal, Gideon Bell is judged to have the largest merit deduction in all tribunal history. To execute his punishment, idle feels like a really... that feels wrong. Largest bones deduction. No, largest merit. 5 years have passed since the Order Party has seized power. That's correct, because 60 instances of non-work, 1 for each month. 12 times 5 is 60. That has to be correct. Order Party has seized power. During the tribunal, Gideon Bell is judged to have the largest merit deduction in all tribunal history. That's correct. He lost 88. This is probably what's wrong. This is what has to be what's wrong. But I don't know what is wrong about that. That means both of those are wrong. So that's correct. This is what's wrong. Maybe. No. Give me a second. These are both wrong? He did lose 88 years. No? What the fuck? Two or fewer slots are incorrect. This means that now 3 are incorrect. So here's how I'm working out. When I have it like this, it says 2 or fewer slots are incorrect. Okay? That means we have 1 to 2 mistakes. When I swap this around, that means that we now have 3 or more. We might have 4 or more wrong. This is correct. This is correct. That's correct. That's correct. Let me try something. No. Gideon, 5 years have passed. Can I swap both 8s? So only one thing is wrong here. What? Okay, let's try something else. Walter Keane. I'm forgetting that I have a bunch of these to work with. Holy shit. If you swap a thing with something you know is right, you'll know if you have 2 or 1 wrong. That's correct, yeah. So I have 2 things wrong. Oh no, I have 1 thing wrong. Because if I can swap, I know it's Gideon Bell. I know that's wrong. So that means that I only have 1 thing wrong. Unless the name is completely wrong. No. So I have 1 thing wrong. What? Why would 3 years be evaluated as... Why would 3 years be evaluated as 60 instances? What? "20 instances for each year?" Just tell me this one. Don't try and guide me to it. Tell me outright how the math works out on that one. Has not held down a job. Is the new regime. Evaluated at 60 instances of non-work. It doesn't. They made up a massive number of infractions to force Horus to give his... Okay. That feels a little unfair. But I guess that I'm supposed to assume that everything is unfair based on this. The newspaper says what year Lazarus came into power. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. That's fair. That's a much more obvious one in hindsight. I was caught up on 5 years because it has you doing so much math with the merits that I assumed all of them would be accurate and have an order to them. That's a little bit unfair, but also they do have a very direct, very obvious answer right here that is primarily the entire point of this scene because Lazarus is interacting with this boy. Okay, fair enough. This sentence is bad, though. I know they have to use just idle instead of the idle, because if they have the, it's extremely obvious, but this is a bad sentence. Because no non-plural noun works, but also you have a mismatch of what's the word I'm looking for? Not necessarily tense, but this is for singular. And this sentence structure is for plural. If it said the blank, it'd give the game away. Yes, exactly. So they have to structure this sentence incorrectly for it to be a puzzle. Fair enough. All right. Oh, that's Walter Keane for sure.
That's Walter Keane for sure. All right. A slight delay in the peaceful march to the king's castle. All right, we've been live for over an hour and a half. And I'm probably only going to go for about 3 hours. So we'll take a break. No Scrandal today. And the rest of stream will be dedicated to this. If the mods want to, feel free to get it back going with whether or not we will finish this before 6 p.m. EST. That is my cutoff. That is in about an hour. So, I'll be back in a few. Break time. In a bit. Alrighty, back to it. Music's going to be a little abrupt coming back in here, too. There we go. All right. Let's lock in. We got this. Oh my god. There's a lot going on here. We are. Yes, Comrade Lazarus has not yet returned for several hours. Comrades Alistair and James have gone to find him. If they do not return, we will organize more search parties to find the lost. Lazarus Hurst. Very clever reuse of the sprite to just make a bust. Oh, there's the poison from the rituals. Oh god. David Gorin. These are his personal notes. Since his success at the Mermaid Inn has proven to be a resourceful and discreet professional. Nicholas Maker. Cowardly but dutiful. Useful up to a limit. Alistair Cock. Pompous and vain, but being a military man is ready to obey and ready to kill. James Turner. Greedy and hedonistic. Requires constant material motivation to cooperate. And Walter Keane. Ambitious and inventive, but treacherous, as many smart people are. Okay. Oh, this music is really cool. Kind of being reminded a little bit of Disco Elysium, it feels like. Lazarus, you took 32 things from me. I demand you return them. If you refuse, I will make the story of your true origins known to the other party leaders. At 11:30 on May 15, meet me at the place the idol was stolen from our brotherhood, and poor Willard Wright met his death. Come alone and bring me proof, something personal of yours, to give to the veiled woman. Tie your reply to the pigeon and release it from the cage. It will find me. Blackfield Manor, Islet, Crossroads, Cabin, Inn, Camp. Okay. Oh, come on. You can't have it just be 5 locations so it fits nice and tidy. Alright, 6 it is. We'll organize them like this. Oh, never mind. There's 7 of them. Fuck. Damn it. That's a little annoying. Is that everything here? Okay. Back up. What do we have here? The regime has to fall. It has taken everything from me. Watch is taking and shows 2:15 p.m. A Navajo Blade. Capital Route Morning report. A newfangled insurrectionist carriage passes by. An individual in the insurrectionist uniform passes by on the new 2-wheeled contraption. 10:15, 2 individuals in insurrectionist uniforms pass on horses. Okay, so that gives us the time of day. There's Alistair with the idol. Why are you not working, you worthless piece of garbage? I'm doing the same thing I saw Lazarus do during the Merritt execution. Oh. That appears to be either a fake or he broke it. A slightly dented saber. The saber is dented, then... Golden idol. Where do we get golden from? Oh well. There's a man with a helmet and numerous cuts on his body, not breathing. Dead body. Slightly dented saber with some blood on it. Balchester Castle, Blackfields, Crow Tower, Woodshires, Capital, Port. The way this scales up is fucking awesome, man. Oh, hey! There you guys are! Oh, that's nice. Worry not and continue the feast, wife. Nothing can stand in my way. I will kill our enemies wherever we go. Good old Peter. An almost empty whiskey flask. A horse betting race slip. A small sword. There's Mary. Dear husband, you are so brave, and you've been drinking since early this morning. But what will we do now? What if the evil government men find us? A harp? Dear Mary. There she is. Give me another row for names. Dear Mary, I know where your unworthy mate is hiding you. Soon I will free you from his dirty paws and ship him to the colonies. While you I will put on a pedestal of sweetest praise, and you will become my ideal wife. Edmund. Oh, interesting. Okay, so he's going just a teensy bit mad with power. Become the pure flower that I know you can be for me. Edmund Cloudsley, 1788, January 5th. For you, I would fight a tiger and win. Peter Batley. There he is. Mary, my uncle Edmund Cloudsley died in some robbery, and I am rich. Now your father will see me for the man that I am. Let's marry. The goat. They're just on their own little island. Oh, the horse! You have another horse running by? At the very end of it all? I have some small but pressing business to attend at the property of our late brother Sebastian, the previous Proud Beast steward. I will be back at camp for our 10 o'clock strategy meeting as planned. Lazarus. A heavy seal. Oh my god. I have a feeling that I'm gonna need to go look at previous cases to remember the source of some of these things. Because I've seen that seal before. Where have I seen it? Who had that seal? James Turner had it. So this is James's horse, maybe. Let's not... Oh, Sebastian's. Okay. Wow. Is this everything? Oh my god. Okay, that's fucking awesome. What the hell? Oh my god. Okay. A pile of mangled and burned corpses. An empty cannon. Why are there two different... Oh, I guess because I can click on either side. That's all that's here? Really? Interesting. For your convenience, you can check all previous case. Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy shit. Oh my god. Okay, is this anything? No, okay. Holy shit. That's Walter Keane. Oh, I recognize that voice. It is you. Isn't it poetic to have fallen for the same traps you did all those years ago? Straw men are your bane. An empty musket, years. Damn you, you cunning devil. Ah. You'll find me in the place where we two first met. There we can talk. An empty pistol and a loaded pistol. Newly invented transportation device. Then is there a...
scarecrow with a hole through its head. Yep, bullet lodged in the wall. That's meant to be Walter Keane with his stupid fucking hat. So then this is David Gorin, perhaps? Yes. That's David Gorin. And that's Walter Keane. White pigeon. I admit I may have treated you unjustly after our long cooperation. I will come alone in peace so we can discuss your compensation. So then where's Lazarus? Where's Edmund? Because he didn't come to there. That's David. Oh. You. Huh? Ada. Okay. Try to kidnap the king? Me and my employer are getting out of this blasted country. Simple key. Embroidered handkerchief from Edmund. A dagger. I've instructed him to arrive at around half 11. Most likely he will be in order party uniform. If he comes alone without any backup outside, approach him. If he gives you something that belonged to the one who escaped your tonic, you may proffer him the instruction slip I gave you. Conceal your face, he may recognize you. Yeah, because she worked with Walter Keane, didn't she? Because he was Darkhand's steward. But I heard rumors you lost a cannon while gambling. Albion Franks. Nonsense, I'm not an idiot, but real men like us could beat those order party ninnies even without any weapons. Let's see. Dandelion Room, Ada Baker, 2 nights. Forget-Me-Not Room, Walter Knott, 2 nights. Partially peeled lemon, various keys, large kitchen knife. All these order rats sneaking around here. This is no good. Hope they will just blackmail me and bugger off. That's all our words already? Oh, Christ. Oh my God. Oh my God. Three people are dead. And the boat? The boat's just a boat? Oh no, it's missing a cannon. And he gambled a cannon. Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay, why is he all scuffed up? Let's see. Or is that just a mark? I think he's supposed to be scuffed up. I think this is James Turner. I demand you return them. Come alone and bring proof. Something personal of yours to give to the veiled woman. Okay. So David Gorin goes to the mermaid, gives this to Ada, and in return, she gives him come alone and bring proof. Something personal of yours to give to the veiled woman. Where's Lazarus, then? And who's this? Well, I guess this is... So they probably all got caught in the cannon blast here. I have a small but pressing business to attend to at the property of our late brother Sebastian, the previous Proud Beast steward. I'll be back at the camp for our 10 o'clock strategy meeting as planned. So he went to Sebastian's place, and I think he's dead somewhere in here from this cannon blast. Then the idol gets mangled. James is the only one that knows that he went there, so he goes and gets the idol from him. With Alistair. Alistair kills him and steals the now broken idol. But who had the cannon, is the question. But you lost a cannon while gambling. Nonsense, I'm not an idiot. Romanekos. So whose cannon is it anyway? It couldn't be. No. Oh, please. Please let that be it. Peter Batley, did you set this up? Because he owns this place. Yeah. He owns the estate. And he's a gambler. And he lost a cannon in a bet. I think Peter Batley killed Lazarus Hurst at the manor. The Blackfield Manor. Then, before noon, Alistair Cock killed James Turner at the Bellwood Crossroads. And then in the afternoon, Walter Keane killed David Gorin at the cabin. Oh my God! Oh my God! Peter Batley, you sly dog!
Oh, that is good. Oh, that's beautiful. Wow. Oh, what a delight. Good Lord. Oh, man. Oh, tracing that backwards is so fun. Holy shit. They set it up so that you get each of those sequentially in the reverse order that they happen, too. If you're just going down through them. Because you see him first, and you're asking, okay, why is the idol all bent up? Why does it look? Why is the slightly dented saber? You know, what's going on there? And then you go here, dead body, slightly dented saber with some blood on it. Where the hell did that come from? And then you probably go here first. This is unrelated. Then you go up here, and you're like, what the fuck? Cannon at Sebastian's estate? And then you go here, and Peter fucking Batley is here. He also, yeah, he has the small cut on his leg, which I wasn't sure what that was. I thought maybe that might have been a design. Oh my god, that's fucking brilliant. And then just to top it all off and be a little cheeky, you have him fucking say it. This guy who's been a joke for the entire fucking game, he got aphorisms because he was so deep in gambling debt that they couldn't trust him to get anything else. He's the one that destroys the regime because he is that motherfucking guy. He's him. Peter fucking Batley. Only thing killing this man is the economy. My fucking goat. All right. Okay. Let's see here then. So now we know the who, we know the where, we don't know the why. We know who, what, where, and when. We don't know why. In the afternoon, David Gorin went to the cabin went to the cabin. No, wait. Wait. This one should be the easiest. Before noon, Alistair Cock and James Turner went to try and find Lazarus Hurst. Instead, they found the golden idol at the manor. On the way back, they started to fight over it. Before noon, Alistair Cock killed James Turner at the crossroads. Get back his lost years. Hold on. David Gorin went to the inn to find... Oh, we don't get Ada's name. We don't get Ada's name. Well, I guess Walter... Could it just be Walter Keane? Walter Keane? No. Gorin went to the cabin to find Walter Keane. Maybe to kill Walter Keane? In the afternoon... Oh, hold on a minute. David Gorin. Jesus, okay. Yeah, glad I noticed that. Yep. In the afternoon, David Gorin went to the cabin to kill Walter Keane because Walter Keane had tried to blackmail Lazarus Hurst to get back his lost years. In the afternoon, Walter Keane killed David Gorin at the cabin. How the fuck did any of this come into play? Well, no, wanted to kidnap
Mary Batley. Hold on. No, wait. Wait, no. Wanted to kidnap the ideal wife? Would that be it? Wanted to have the ideal wife. Early in the morning. Wait. Soon I will free from his dirty paws and ship him to the colonies. Went to the manor to kill Peter Batley? No. Did we not? Wait. To kidnap, my bad. To kidnap Mary Batley. There it is. Holy shit. Before storming the king's castle with the Order Party, Lazarus Hearst led his men to Sebastian Cloudsley's old manor in order to kidnap his long-lost love, Mary Batley, née Richards, who was hiding there with her husband, Peter Batley. Upon entering the manor, Lazarus and his troops were confronted by a drunk Peter and the cannon he had won while gambling. Peter blew up Lazarus, breaking the idol, and then fled the scene with Mary. Oh my fucking god. Oh no, I was never part of that ghastly organization. Fucking Nicholas Maker. Wait, I can take this gilded brass trinket for scrap metal. You can have 3 so forth and call yourself lucky. So there's Alistair starting to age again, presumably, because the idol is completely broken. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's such a beautiful finale. Holy shit. The entire time I was wondering, okay, but where'd Peter Batley go? But where'd Peter Batley go? But where'd Peter Batley go? Oh, that's awesome. You're unbelievably good at this game. It's crazy. Thank you. I feel like figuring that one out so quickly was genuinely quite impressive. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. Like on one hand, the game does a lot to guide you towards it, but also like it's such a crazy leap to be like Peter Batley's related to this. He's actually important. Holy shit. Thank you for playing The Case of the Golden Idol, developed by Color 646464 Gray, published by PlayStack. Press anywhere to continue. Epilogue, The Grand Vision of a Better World. Ooh, man. Oh, fuck, that was so satisfying, though. Holy shit. Just, the way that it all clicked into place for me. 2 things. 1, this is such a crazy hint. I don't know how I managed to connect that this would have to be James Turner's horse. Well, no, I do know. I just managed to recognize that stamp. I saw that stamp and I was like, I've seen that before. Where is that from? James Turner had it. Dead body here, horse running in that direction. It's probably his horse. Like, it all just sort of cascades when you look at them all. But making the connection that Peter Batley got a fucking cannon is crazy. I'm amazed I noticed that the cannon was missing here. Oh, that's fucking brilliant. Oh, that's so much fun. Wow. I had to use 1 hint in the entire game, and it didn't even help me. Oh, I'm so fucking mad about that. 1 hint in the entire game and it didn't even help me. God damn it. God damn it. Okay, well, hold on. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is an epilogue. The Grand Vision of a Better World. Oh, what? Oh. Oh my god. Witness the power of the idol in my hands and swear loyalty to Lazarus Hearst. He will build the ideal society. Okay. Only one thing is worse than imbeciles with power. The rich and noble have a social club with mystical rituals and other hogwash, and are so stupid that they did not realize when they had some truly miraculous technology in their hands. However, they are influential and persistent, and have already caused a great deal of harm to me and my goals. Walter Keene has told me more about their organization and practices. If he tells the truth, and that they are truly devoted to their religious entity of Griffin Reborn, I could gain some powerful allies for my next move. Order Party Manifesto. All citizens are equal. All citizens must serve society to the full extent of their abilities. Citizens must be evaluated according to how virtuous they are. A society with internal contradictions is unsustainable. Therefore, it must be led by the most virtuous citizen. The king should step down. The aristocracy must be abolished. The more virtuous citizens are better able to serve society. Therefore, virtuous citizens deserve to gain more time on this earth, and bad citizens deserve to lose time. This is unbelievable. My pure Mary is joined in matrimony with that clown, Peter Batley. She must have done it out of the grief for my death. Such a hasty decision goes against every principle of virtue. Therefore, I consider the marriage null and void. She will come to me once she learns I still live. For now, my duties in this service of humanity take precedence. Society must be built on the principles of virtue. Only thus can it become truly great. Look at the Lemurians. Thousands of years ago, they had an empire of banks on the banks of the Seven Seas. Their ancient technology continues to baffle modern science, but they became inert and decadent and forgot how to build and operate their machines. Their empire crumbled because it was built on pleasure-seeking, not virtue. It is by divine providence that I got my hands on a working ancient Lemurian artifact, the Golden Idol. I will use its powers to set humanity on the right path by building the ideal state. Interesting. I swear it. Yes, with these powers I will do whatever is necessary to build a better world. So, James Turner is the Dark Hand Master. Angus McBain is the Water Snake Master. And Alistair Cock is the Proud Beast Master. Walter Keene is the Dark Hand Steward. Jeffrey Sinclair is the Water Snake. I don't remember that name. Was the Water Snake Steward. And Sebastian Cloudsley, Proud Beast Steward. Chester Davy was the Initiate, so he has a name. Nicholas Maker was only an Initiate, huh? And then Willard Wright, deceased, because we killed his ass. Alright. Yes, my lord, I swear my loyalty to you, and will undertake whatever tasks are required of me. David, I thank you for dealing with all the challenges relating to my death, and for keeping an eye on our new ally. I do feel I have impressed him not only with the Golden Idol, but also with my vision of an ideal society. Come to our hideout on November 24. We are ready for the next step. Okay. The man is not breathing. Yeah, so he just sapped his life from him. Donate to a veteran who lost his leg in the noble defense of his homeland. Half-empty bottle of gin. So yeah, he just looked out the window and was like, took his life from him, and then gave it back to himself. Yeah, that's him actively giving it to himself right there. Just sap the life off some homeless guy no one would give a shit about. Okay, cool. Well, at least fascism is consistent. Okay. Oh my god. Little Pip? Okay, let's organize this myself first. Okay. So, Sebastian Cloudsley, Edmund Cloudsley, Walter Keene. I'm gonna put Lazarus Hearst under there because they're the same person. Peter and Mary Batley. Willard Wright is a name. James Turner. And Alistair Cock. And David Gorin. Okay. Whew. All right. Okay, so Sebastian Cloudsley left the idol to the Brotherhood in his will. But then, okay, but then David Gorin, on Edmund Cloudsley's orders, stole the idol and accidentally stabbed Willard Wright. The Brotherhood tasked Walter Keane to punish Edmund Cloudsley and recover the idol, but his attempts were fruitless. The fucking Understander has logged on, baby. During one attempt, Walter Keane was captured, and Edmund Cloudsley used the idol to make himself young. Edmund Cloudsley used himself. Used the idol to join his side. Edmund Cloudsley used the idol to make himself young and infiltrated the Brotherhood under the new identity of Lazarus Hurst. Then he claimed to be Griffin Reborn and transformed the Brotherhood into the Order Party. Okay. Brotherhood Masters James Turner and Alistair Cock helped Lazarus Hurst seize power in the country and enforce the rule of virtues by taking youth from common people and giving it to the Order Party. Right before the final showdown with the uncooperative king, Lazarus Hurst wanted to... Lazarus Hurst wanted to kidnap Mary Batley, but was shot by Peter Batley, and the idol was broken. Am I not, in my own right, a great detective? Thank you for playing. One fucking hint in the entire goddamn... I'm so mad about this. I'm so mad about this. 1 of 4 hints accessed. God damn it, man. I could have beaten the whole game with no hints. This one didn't even help me. Damn it. Damn it, man. I had this shit locked down. Oh my god. I had this. Hold on. Let me go in here real quick. Let me look at the solution. I had this here. I had all of this on the first Brotherhood of Masks when I realized that Edmund was... He called himself fucking Lazarus, man. He called himself fucking Lazarus. Or no, did I have it here because he called himself Lazarus? Jesus, man. This part is fucking crazy. This part is fucking crazy, man. Oh, that's so fun. This is a really good epilogue too. Just giving you a real quick like final quote-unquote challenge, which is just like, hey, do you actually understand what just happened, or were you sort of lucking your way into the solution? I realized that at the lighthouse is when I realized, yeah. I got here, and then I saw the golden idol and the staff, and I was like, oh my god, Lazarus, really? You fucking dunce. Yeah. God. Oh. Knowing Edmund is Lazarus, letters from Keane and the Brotherhood vase are insanely funny.
Yeah. Oh, man. It's a lot easier to realize when you know names reference. Yeah, absolutely, yes. Man. Okay, so, I mean, obviously the hardest one for me was this, because I got super tunnel visioned. This felt like a really big bump up in difficulty. This was a lot of fun figuring out the order structure. This one I thought was going to be really difficult. This felt like a massive jump in complexity. Sorry, wait, no, wrong one. This felt like a massive jump in complexity, but as soon as I got everyone's names in place, figuring the rest out was relatively simple. Also figuring out that he was drugged. And that he was drugged as well. Looking over the iPad. So why did you take this? Go back to this real quick. Do we have a map somewhere? Ruins of Xenopolis. There's the scalpel. All the way back. Oberon Geller. Fucking Peter Batley. My fucking goat. My goat, Peter Batley. Got left a fucking book of aphorisms. Oh my god. What did he take? Oh my god. Look at that. Look at the fucking the water trough in the back is frozen. Cuz he took the heat from it. I was wondering where he got it from. I was just about to vocalize that and then I saw it. That's very cool. Yeah, look, even in the preview, it's clearly frozen there. And this one is a failed poisoning. Figuring out that this was a failed poisoning was the big thing in figuring this one out. This one stumped me because, like, why the fuck? Why the fuck is little Pip living under in the walls, man? Why do they have little Pip in the walls? Who the fuck is this kid? Who is this kid? Why is he here? Why is he stealing a cigar? Have him living in the fucking walls, dude. Why does he have all this shit? He's just stealing shit? He's also stealing brandy using the syringe in the statue's vase? This was him? What the fuck is this kid doing? And then he's just here again. Go, Coin, go! Oh. Oh, I see. I just guessed that this dog was Gold Doubloon. I didn't know that he was calling him Coin because his name is Gold Doubloon. Okay. Gotcha. That makes sense. Very fun to have the reference be that scarecrows are you know, his weakness. This last chapter is fucking awesome, man. This is awesome because all of the big realizations rely on you having key information and remembering it from previous cases. The only way that you're gonna know this is David Gorin is from this scarecrow line. Nothing else in the case is going to tell you that this is David Gorin. Promise you won't regret reading Keen's letters in the case where Lazarus becomes a part of the Brotherhood. Let's see. I ventured on the Order's mission to reclaim our fire-breathing relic and, with great resolve, punish the despicable enemy. I, with a few brave companions, fearlessly entered his hideout in a remote hunting cabin. But the devil had prepared a treacherous trap, and an explosion slaughtered my dearest friends as we entered his study. Thanks to my sturdy physique, I survived the blast, only to be assaulted by the enemy's lackey, assassin warrior David Gorin, and a pack of bloodthirsty hounds. After an hour of fight, I received numerous deadly wounds, in spite of which I prevailed and defeated my assailants with my martial training. I discovered the enemy's dead body, slain by a trap of his own making, no trace of the relic. I am forced to go into hiding because the government's watchmen are tracking me. Once I have recovered from my deadly wounds and shaken off the watchmen, I will send you the next report. May the Griffin awaken. Walter Keen. Yeah, he's fucking... I think I was talking about this the first time. Grievous wounds. The assassin warrior David Gorin. Masters, I must apologize 1,000 times for my absence, but the road to recovery was full of peril and valor that cannot be sufficiently conveyed in writing. I fucking love this paragraph so much. The government dogs and spies chased me tirelessly, and I was forced to seek refuge in Aquitania to recover with my still dire wounds. There, I finally bested my pursuers with the help of Lazarus Hurst, a young, resourceful gentleman whom I met in a remote manor one dark winter's night. Not only did he earn my trust by stepping into the fray against the villains, but he turned out to be well versed in the arcane arts, of course not yet close to your skills. I have finally recovered and plan to return to Albion. I suggest that Lazarus would be a fine addition to the Order. I can vouch for him and will invite him to undergo the appropriate trial. May the Griffin awaken, Walter Keen. Illuminated Masters, I object to the admittance of the individual Lazarus Hurst to our brethren. I submit to that our dark-hand brother Walter Keen, who vouches for him, cannot be trusted because he is a liar and a thief, which are both true. I am certain that on dispatching our enemy, he kept the golden fire-breathing relic for himself. Nothing will move me on this. He must produce the relic, apologize personally to me, and afterwards be expelled from our brotherhood. Sir Geoffrey Sinclair. And how'd that work out for you, buddy? The Griffin has spoken. Griffin has spoken. He's a natural. This is a really fun one. Man, listen, not to toot my own horn, but I feel like I fucking killed it, gang. I feel like I was on the ball consistently with this game. This was awesome. This is not at all what I was expecting. I was expecting a story game. I was expecting a lot of reading. Like, a lot of reading. So this was a delightful change of pace from what I had prepped myself for. I really, really like how mechanical this was. This was a lot of fun. And there are so many, like, really memorable moments of big realizations here. Like, that I remember being stumped and then I saw something that just cracked it all open. Like the fact that Peter has a fork and that gives you the entire seating order. It's really, really smartly designed with how they give you just the smallest but most revealing clues possible, if you know what that information means in that specific context. Very, very cool. It's really cool that she comes back too. This last chapter is just fucking awesome. Was that Edmund at the head of the table? I think I never noticed the fork and just assumed he was at the head. I think he was at the head of the table, yes. This is cheeky. Now, we'll come alone in peace so we can discuss your compensation. Obviously not. I like that I could tell this was Walter immediately from just the preview seeing him there.
Peter Batley, my fucking goat. We'll kill our enemies wherever we go. My goat fucking gambling on a horse race, wins a cannon, gets drunk, kills Hitler. maybe not, sorry, kills Hitler, stops anyone from being able to become Hitler again in the process as well. Just ends an entire, like, magic-technical fascist regime in one drunk cannon blast. That's my fucking goat, Peter Batley. And he could fight a tiger and win. This is fucking awesome. I kind of love how nonchalant it is about killing everyone here, though. I love that it fully disguises the identity of the two, like, biggest, like... No, it actually fully disguises the identity of all three dead people. Now that I think about it, that's fucking awesome. This... I feel like this was supposed to be more important than it was. Like, I saw this whenever I was, what is it? Whenever I was, starting out, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to keep coming back to this lady and seeing what's going on. Okay, it's 12:15 now. Like, the time's gonna be really important. And then I just didn't end up needing that at all, because it was just like, well, this happened first, so that happened next, and that happened after. You know, like, this happened before, and then this happened, this would have to happen after that, and this is happening right now. So it didn't end up being super important. Man. The way the difficulty and complexity of each of these scales is also really, really fun, too. Like, they very slowly add additional scenes. Then here, they're introducing the concept of using knowledge from prior cases to understand smaller mysteries that are happening. Like, figuring out that this guy is Ash Blair is a little difficult because you recognize him previously, and the only way you're gonna pin him as Ash Blair, or one of the ways that you can pin him as Ash Blair, is by knowing that that's David Gorin, and in the previous chapter, he has Ash Blair tobacco in his pouch. So from case 4 already, they're giving you puzzles that can be solved with cross-case knowledge, which is really fun. And then now we're getting into a lot of complexity regarding, like, specific positioning, and understanding that the murder wasn't straightforward, that someone was trying to do X and X happened. Now there are greater forces at play, so things are getting more complicated. And then here, halfway through, now you have to understand how the idol actually works. And that helps you solve it. And then Brotherhood happens, and you're able to start making some big connections about what's going on before because of the ruby rings and the masks. That's not needed because you can alternatively use the scoreboard to figure that out. It's only in the final case you need prior knowledge. Yes, I really, really like that. Man, this game was fucking awesome. I mean, this game is fucking awesome. It really is. And again, I think someone pointed it out, like, even though I know one of these is Walter, it's impossible to tell which is which. I assume this first one is Walter, or sorry, even though I know this first one is, not Walter. Edmund. Lazarus. Whatever the fuck. Like, even though I know he's in here, there's no way to tell which one is him, because it's just charred remains. I can only assume that's him, because he's shown in front here whenever it happens. Fucking... Man.
That was fucking awesome. I am so excited to play the DLC next week. And I would be more than happy if someone were to redeem the sequel as a stream game. This was awesome. I had no idea what to expect going into this. I was thoroughly impressed. This was a delightful time. Thank you very much, Dude, for the Rise of the Golden Idol. I don't think we're gonna do them. Well, maybe we just do all Golden Idol all back to back to back. I don't know. I'll have to think about it, but we're definitely doing the DLC next week for the stream. This was awesome. Thank you very much, Dude, for redeeming this and the DLC and the sequel and all that. I think I'm probably gonna wait until maybe the fall sale when the sequel goes on sale to stream that next, because I have a lot of games that I can do that I already own, so I'll do that next. But this was an awesome time. Thank you very much for redeeming it. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I don't think I would call it the best puzzle game I've ever played. I still think that's going to go to something along the lines of probably Talos Principle, because I enjoy a lot more of like spatial reasoning puzzles and stuff like that. Those are a lot more interesting to me. But language and logic puzzles, this is like an entirely separate beast. This is using entirely different problem-solving centers from something like Portal or the Talos Principle. Like to the point where, like, yes, they're puzzle games, but the kind of puzzles that they're asking you to solve and the way that you solve them are so different from one another that they can, it's like apples to oranges. They're both fruit, but they are completely different things, right? But this was awesome. I love this. I think this is a distilled, streamlined version of Oberdin, which enforces a difficulty progression so the player never tunnels on something super hard before they're ready. I agree, yes. I think, like I was saying, they do a really, really good job of scaling the difficulty up as you progress, and then having this awesome crescendo that is asking you to just use all of your knowledge from every previous case so that you fully understand it. And then one last knowledge check as an epilogue to just be like, okay, you solved it, but let's say you used hints or something like that, or you got outside help or whatever the case may be. Do you actually understand what just happened? This is really cool. Really, really cool. Man. Yeah, that was awesome. So, you have to beat the base game before it lets you play the DLCs? Interesting. All right. Puzzle's more of a mystery game than a puzzle game, personally. Yeah, we're not going to get bogged down in genre semantics. I think if I say puzzle game, you understand what I mean. If I say mystery game, you understand what I mean. Both of them work. I got into an interesting debate over where that line falls and what a mystery game even is. Here the boys doing Roman salute if you haven't understood what the game is about. Yeah, just real quick, just in case you didn't know, these guys are turbo fascists and they deserve to die. Okay, just so we're all on the same page. Just so we're all on the same page. They were turbo fascists. That's what the whole thing was, in case you didn't get it. It's about how colonial powers were stolen from their rightful place and used by an English empire to expand their power unjustly and infringe upon the rights of others in a cruel way. In a cruel and unnatural way. This game does understand colonialism. I give the Case of the Golden Idol a fuck Heart of Darkness, that book sucks ass out of 10. That's my personal rating. There are still people that think Edmund was in the right. Sorry, let me just... Interesting. There are right-wing people who enjoy Umineko, so I guess anything is possible in this wild, wacky, crazy world of ours. But damn. All right, well, that's all I got in the tank. So we will call it there because I got some D&D to get to. Is Joe still live? Joe is still live, so we're gonna raid him. /raid Anderson JPH. If you want to raid message, my goat Peter Batley, something along those lines. But that is going to be all from me today. Thank you very much for watching. I had a blast with this, no pun intended. And I'll be back next week with the DLC. Until then, have a good one, folks. See ya.